Hello, this video is like a review of a project that I did in college. So it's this project is about a Spring Boot application that we can log in and you can register your user in a database, and you can like request a login or and check if it's correct. So if it's correct, you can access another page. If it doesn't, we'll block you. So in this case, it's basically a backend application. Only going to show you like my backend application. Okay, so this here, let me explain what I did. First of all, I did like let's introduce myself. My name is Kyle. I just graduating from college, NCI College. I'm studying in Ireland. I'm from Brazil. So let's back to the project. Um, First of all, I create my Spring Boot project by Spring initialize it. So I add some dependencies there. So I'm going to use a Java 21. So I add the GPA dependency that will be helping me manage my database. Uh, Spring Boot security for help me like libraries to help me to do the register or to do the login. Spring Web to be in the web page. Spring Back to Dev Tools that will help me like create some. I have some dev tools that help me to cut some codes. Huh? More libraries. The Lombok would be help me in the time to create constructors, getters, and setters, to make the variables go to uh, another classes. So you can use the getters and setters, etc. So what else? I add like the dependency for MySQL and JWT for creating a token. Okay, so those are my dependencies. These are how I divide my code, like the layers. So I have the domain user. Okay, this is the first class that I create that have all my getters and setters, my object. I gonna have ID, my user, my object have like ID that is created based in UUID strategy. I have name, email, password. So this will be an entity. So this one I will be creating inside my database. I will show my database after. And after that, I create my repository. So my repository gonna extend GPA repository. This will help me like use methods or libraries that can helping me manage my database more easily. Like using this optional user in use this method to find by email. So what else? After that, I create my infrastructure. So my infrastructure, they have the cores and the security. This security, I start with the token. It will be responsible for create and generate and validation my tokens. So this will be like basically what JWTs will help me to do. So I will create a token for each user that will be a key for that. And after that, I created the security filter that custom a filter to validation token on each request. After that, security, I have custom user details service. So that's gonna implement user details servers. That's application that from Spring Security. So I can use the methods inside here. And this application, we can get the informations from the database. We can to load users from our database. And in the end, we have like a security config. This security config, we have like which pages will be available for anyone, or some pages will be available only for people that are registered and make the login in the moment. So in this case, our pages will be like for the paths, that's authentication login and authentication register, will be all permits for all people, and any other request you need to be authenticate. So this also have like our system for encoder, to be to cryptograph our password and to check authentications here. This all two beans. And after that, this course here is it's a configurations for my front end. In case in the future, I didn't do yet, so I haven't do yet. So I didn't make the connections between for my my Angular or something like that. I was still doing the process. So I put that here for like future. And I have my DTO requests that like the data transfers that you're gonna do. When I have, for example, here in login request, when I do a login, I need to email and password. These requests will help me to receive the information from my front end. And we have a key. We have here register request DTO as well. So we have names, email, and password. Like when you register, we don't have like to have here the ID, for example. So it's something that's creating the moment, generating the moment that they are create, but it's not input from a user. Okay. So this is a response, like when I'm looking for to check if my the person is logging. So I check with the name and the token they have that was generated in the moment for my user. So after that we have our controllers. So I have authentication controllers for help me to make the login. And so when I do this post mapping, I'm sending a request for login, and I have my user. They're gonna check if my passwords match or doesn't match. If my login and my username and my email in my password match with something inside the database. If he doesn't, like he respond with a bad request. And we have here for register as well. So we have a register request DTO here. So we're gonna check if it's empty, if it's like nobody has the same email, for we don't have like a duplicate users. And if it's not, they're gonna create a new user, and it will be saved in my database. If not, they're gonna send a bad request here. And this for user controller, like for areas inside my application, that's only be able to be accessed if somebody is or not logging the system in that moment. So basically is that, and here I have my application dot properties. So where I create my and I have like the name of my application, where I have my database configured. So I'm using MySQL, okay, and the secret token for my application right now. We should change this when deploy my project for variables, but right now it's in the local system, so I do not have to worry about. Okay, so let's start. I hope it runs. So our application starts in the port 88, take like 8.199 seconds. Okay. Let me show you this is my SQL. So here in my SQL, I create my table inside my SQL first. So here I can check what are my table. I have some inside already. So we have two names here, two emails and passwords, ID, they are created here. And we're gonna use TwinSonium to add a new name here, a new user. So let's open some. I have some requests here already. In this case, we're gonna use for register. Okay, I'll change the name for Lucas. Lucas, and maybe change something here as well. Okay, and I send a request. Let's see if it's working. So oops. What's happening here? Let's open everything. So we did the request to register, and we have now the name Lucas, and we have a token. He creates a token here. So let's see if we update here in our MySQL, have a new one. So we'll create one more user here. Now let's try to login. So for login, we need email and password. So I will copy this one. And take this because we don't need name for login, it's just email and password. So let's check if it will work. Okay, it's working. We have a good operation here. We have like the email, the name, and the token as well here. And let's check the authentication. For authentication, we're gonna need will be here, Paris, and we have to have one of these tokens. So this one token here, test if it goes well. So first I do like without token or something to check if it's so didn't authorize. Now we're gonna put the token that we have from Lucas and check. So we have the access for the user page. So that's it. Thank you for watching.